Hello and welcome to the Critically Clueless. I'm the Monk, and today we are in Empire of Sin. We have more patch news for you. So patch 1.04 has just hit beta on Steam. Guys, we know what that means because we had the same thing happen for 103. What that means is it's going to be released soon. But if you do want to beta test it yourselves, why don't you go ahead on Steam, have a little look-see. If you actually look at the link I'm putting down in the description, you'll be able to figure out how to actually beta test a game if you don't know already. Anyway, let's have a little look-see at some of the main highlights from this patch. As you can see, this patch is actually kind of huge. But with this patch, what actually is changed? Well, what I can tell you is that the auto resolve feature is finally being added. Now, this was the one thing that we knew was going to be within this patch. It has been added. I personally have already been testing it as I'm, a family member. So I kind of had early access to this for a little while. It's fun. It helps. Personally, I use it for defense only, but if you want to go through the entire bloody game and just auto-resolve every single fight, well, now you're going to be able to. With that being in it, however, must warn you, your gangsters will take damage, so chill out with that a little bit. Have a little play around, but it is a very nice feature. I'm glad that it's in the game finally. There's been a few other interesting things. Now, a lot of this has, there's a lot within these patch notes. Frankie Donovan, a little bit of a nerf. The higher tier doctors now start with a healing ability already there. That way, when you buy them, you don't have to then retrain them. Kind of annoying. The other thing is you can't now fire a gangster and then immediately hire them back. They will hold a grudge. They will not like the fact that you fired them in the first place. So that's a little bit of change too. The safe house exploit, where you could fast travel to your safe house, and of course then all your guys would be magically healed. That has also been closed. That can no longer happen. However, if you do sit in your safe house for an extended period of time, there is a ×2 heal effect in there now. So that's kind of an interesting one. Actually, do you know what? They have gone to town on heal items within this game, because you now have I think it's a 30% extra increase of actually getting a safe house getting a safe house item, getting a heal item, after a battle actually resolves. Obviously in the crates as well. I don't know if you guys noticed it in the last patch, but you seem to be getting a lot of healing items from there as well. Another thing that comes with patch 1.04 is the guards in the rackets are going to be a little bit tougher. Now, we've been screaming at them to make this game harder, and I'm not saying that this is necessarily something that ticks all those boxes, but these guards will now be tougher. They will use med packs. They have med packs. No more of these little shorties either. Shorties have been thrown out the window, and they have been replaced by the big shotguns. So every single guard that once had the shorty is now going to be replaced with the big pump action shotgun. That is actually kind of massive. The hired guns have also had a little bit of a rework. The sweeper, what they used to have, that is no longer going to be within the hired guns. That's going to be moved over to the weapons as an actual trait. Now that's going to be replaced by can opener, which is an interesting little perk that you can kind of learn. Let me know what you think of that. If you get a chance to get your hands on that perk, get a hired gun, let me know down in the comments what you think of it as it is in the game. Another big change, at least for me, is the double fire pistol. Now, I've recently done a playthrough in which I solely pretty much used pistols and melee. And I use my pistols a lot. Well, now there is a double fire action. So as it sounds, you click a button and you do a double fire, boom, end of your turn. If you choose just to do one single fire, however, well, that's still the end of your turn. You don't now get to shoot one and then two. It's an interesting one, but you know what it does? It does speed up the battles a little bit. Not many people use pistols after all, so now if you do use a pistol, there is a double fire mechanic in which both bullets will fire, meaning it kind of picks up the pace of combat a little tiny bit. Now, the last bit that I wanted to kind of talk about within these patch notes, now, like I said, there are a lot of patch notes, guys. I will be putting a link down in the description. If you guys want to go check that out yourselves, please feel free to. Let me know anything that maybe I missed as well, which you think is, noteworthy. The last thing that I wanted to talk about, however, is a new feature that they've put into the game. It is unlocking gangsters at random. That's right. As you play your game now, as your playthrough kind of progresses, every now and again you will unlock 2 random gangsters. So what this does, it basically means that instead of, needing your notoriety to kind of go up in order to get these gangsters, every now and again you get a chance to get 2 random gangsters, notoriety or not. If you've got the money, you can hire them. Now, in my opinion, this can only be a good thing. The reason I think this is a good thing is because I think we've all played this game a little bit, not a little bit too much, but I think we've all had a few playthroughs of this game, and maybe we found, gangsters that fit us, the best gangsters that we kind of play as time and time again. A lot of that is because, of course, getting up to 1,000 notoriety or 600 notoriety, for instance, it takes a while. You kind of, you get through quite a lot of gameplay in order to get that. Sometimes you even complete the entire game before you even get 500 notoriety. And of course, that being the case means you don't necessarily unlock the best, biggest, brightest gangsters in the game, so you're always playing with the same tier 1, tier 2 gangsters. Well, now from the get-go, you've got a chance to unlock random gangsters, meaning you've got a chance to get those tier 4, tier 5 gangsters right off the bat. As long as you've got the cash, you're going to be able to hire them. Is this going to be changing up your playstyle? Is this going to be changing up your game completely? Let me know down in the comments what you think of this little feature. Now, me personally, I think this is going to be a belter of a patch. I've been looking forward to it for a while. In fact, I've been looking forward to this patch since they announced it back before they released the last patch. It's the auto resolve for me. It means that the late game, when you're being hit 20, 30 times, you can auto-resolve that. And who cares if you lose the property or not? Because at the end of the day, we all know that those fights were boring as hell. And now we don't actually have to fight them. So that's quite exciting. Again, guys, if you see anything that I missed, if you find anything more exciting than what I actually thought noteworthy myself, let me know down in the comments and let me know your thoughts on this patch and whether it's going to force you to pick up the game and play another playthrough. But I've been a Monk, and we have been a Critically Clueless. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. You could jump over to Facebook, follow us up there. We upload our weekly reviews for whatever game, and plus all kinds of other information. And of course, you could always think about buying us a coffee. I will put those links in the description down below. And of course, I will put the link for this actual patch notes down below as well. Let me know if you're going to be beta testing this game, and let me know what you think of the overall patch as well. But guys, I will catch you in the next video. I've been a Monk. Really hope you enjoyed.